To win the $1 million prize, 8 players need to hide on the campus. As long as they can evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they will get the $1 million. Player 1 Sohei's plan is to hide on the stage of the school gymnasium. He transformed the bay window into a closed secret compartment. It is just big enough for him to lie flat inside. He also designed to use the stage curtain as a second layer of camouflage. Player 2 Matsuo doesn't plan to show his face this time. He went straight to the small woods on campus to pretend to be a tree. He even stretched out his 2 little hands to act as branches. Will he be the first one eliminated this time? Player 3 Okabe chose the podium in the classroom. He lifted the original wooden tabletop a little bit so he can crouch inside and hide. He also confidently pasted the guest's poster on the blackboard directly above. Player 4 Yumekawa chose the blackboard area in the corridor. He widened the wall a bit and hid inside. The only flaw is that he modified the lyrics of the school song. Opening it from this spot will reveal the person hiding inside. Player 5 Kakuta also chose to hide outdoors. This time he customized a camouflage uniform and planned to hide in the woods. I have to say you really can't spot him if you don't look carefully. Player 6 Kirigaya took a fancy to the pile of clutter in the corner of the science classroom. He connected the space under the lab table with cardboard and boxes. This creates an ingenious hiding spot. Player 7 Nakajima chose to build a partition on the classroom ceiling, but the game rules state that hiders must leave one flaw, so he left a calligraphy scroll on the wall. Pulling it down hard will trigger the mechanism. To reduce the difficulty, the program team marked the back of the scroll. Guys, do you think he can hide until the end? Player 8 Akiyama specially prepared a pair of elevator shoes. He plans to pretend to be a student and found a female student to act as his girlfriend. With all 8 players having hidden themselves, the 20-minute search time is about to begin. Who exactly can hide until the end? As the countdown ended, the students rushed to every corner of the school. Hunters soon appeared near the players' hiding spots. Less than 1 minute into the game, Matsuo's arms started to ache from holding them up, while Akiyama successfully infiltrated the enemy camp and joined the search. Kikuta also blended into the bamboo forest with his exquisite disguise, and a lot of students poured into the classroom. A girl was trying to move the podium where Okabe was hiding. Fortunately, this device can't be opened by force. The girl had to leave. Just then several girls prepared to check the wall behind the scroll, but accidentally found the red arrow on the back of the scroll. At this time a girl suggested pulling it down. Sure enough, it triggered the mechanism designed by Nakajima. To win the $1 million prize, 8 players need to hide on campus. As long as they can evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they will take home the $1 million. Player 1 Matsuo decides to hide inside a piano in the music room. He only sticks out 2 fingers to pass them off as black keys. The piano lid behind him has been locked tight. Will the students catch on to the trick here? Player 2 Yumekawa plans to hide in the principal's office. He seals up the gap by the door. His face can only be seen when the button with the clue is pressed. Hopefully he won't scare the students then. Player 3 Shirling picks her hiding spot in the music room. She remodels a bookcase to squeeze inside. To find her, you have to run outside, open the window and pull the wooden plank. Only then can you uncover the secret. Player 4 Kikuta is going to try posing as a teacher this time. He will show up directly in front of the students. Player 5 Okabe hides in the gym equipment room. He shifts this wooden plank wall half a meter forward, then tucks himself in the gap behind it. He even sets up a special mechanism, only by removing the innermost ball. Can you catch a glimpse of his face? Player 6 Sashing turns a door outside the infirmary into a window. The space inside is not only roomy, but also has an air conditioner running. Player 7 Akiyama chooses the supply room. He modifies a storage shelf, only by taking off these 3 wooden planks. Can you spot him? Player 8 Honda decides to remodel a bookcase in the library. Students have to remove several books from the top and lift the wooden plank to see her. By now all 8 players have finished hiding. The students soon spread out to every corner of the campus. The first wave of hunters arrives at the players' hiding spots. Akiyama's supply room draws the biggest crowd. Luckily none of them notice Akiyama modified the storage shelf. Kikuta hangs out in the hallway with a bunch of teachers watching. The principal's office also gets swarmed by students checking it out. 2 students notice the power switch nearby. Everyone crowds around to mess with the button. The next second Yumekawa's face pops up in front of everyone. It turns out the student actually spotted the clue on the button. A bunch of students also wander into Matsuo's music room, but no one pays any attention to the black keys on the piano. Akiyama's spot has the most foot traffic. Finally a girl accidentally takes off the baffle and finds Akiyama. The second prey Akiyama gets eliminated. Half the time in the first round is already gone. 2 students at Matsuo's spot try to open the piano lid, but they can't get it open, so they just close the keyboard cover casually. So far Shirling seems to be the safest. No one notices anything off about the window. Kikuta keeps standing in the hallway with 2 teachers, watching students walk back and forth. A girl nearby has been staring at him for a long time. She tries walking up to ask him a question. Kikuta didn't make any modifications after all. It was only a matter of time before he got recognized. When only 1 minute is left, word comes from the library. A girl notices something weird about this bookshelf. Finally, with everyone's help, the baffle gets opened. Honda gets eliminated too. At this point only 4 players are still in the game. The students check every single corner of the campus carefully. The equipment room is packed with students. A girl wants to check if someone is hiding in the bamboo basket, but she gives up right away, scaring Okabe so bad he doesn't dare breathe. Shirling's cabinet also gets everyone's attention, but the students mess with it for ages and can't find a way in, so they call their friends over to help. For a second this corner corner is packed with people. Matsuo's situation is getting really dangerous. Finally, a girl notices something odd about the piano keys. The next second, everyone swarms around him. Matsuo can't get away. Several other students are checking the cabinets, but they just can't pry them open. People keep checking Okabe's spot. The sponge balls are running out. Finally, the trigger ball gets taken down too. Okabe is exposed right away. Only 2 minutes are left in the search. Only 2 players remain in the game. Although people keep checking Sashing's spot, you can only open it by pulling the baffle below. Until the search time runs out, the students still come up empty. Congratulations to them for winning the $1 million reward. To win the $1 million prize, 8 players must hide on campus. If they can evade the search for 20 minutes, they will win the $1 million prize. Player 1 Matsuo insists on showing off his handsome face. He even spent $50,000 building a cabinet in the parent-child activity room, and he disguised himself as a teapot inside it. Let's see which number he will be to get caught. Player 2 Yumegawa plans to hide in the corridor display case. After removing the specimens inside, he hides in the hidden space behind the poster. Player 3 Caterpillar as a non-human contestant. To hide his body, he simply burrowed into the ground to hibernate. Player 4 Sokahin chose to hide under the classroom podium. After sealing the original open space, it's just big enough for him to lie inside. Player 5 Kikuta hid under the clock on the top of the teaching building. It's another test of the student's eyesight. Player 6 Okabe widened the cafeteria staircase entrance by 40 centimeters, creating the illusion of being sealed with cement. Player 7 Matt chose to hide at the stair corner. The only way to get here is through a hidden door behind the cabinet. Player 8 Akiyama asked the Dean of Academic Affairs to cover for him. He stretched out his hands from behind to disguise himself. Now all 8 players are in hiding. Who will win the $1 million prize? Let's wait and see. As the countdown begins, the students set off to every corner of the campus. On the other side, the players' hiding spots are all very concealed, except Matsuo. Just then several students walked into a classroom and spotted the Dean of Academic Affairs. These 2 students seemed to respect the Dean a lot, but at this moment a boy wanted to search the area behind the Dean. He refused to leave no matter how the Dean tried to drive him away. At the same time, Okabe was facing a crisis. The boy who came to the cafeteria noticed something wrong with the steps. Thus Akiyama and Okabe were eliminated at the same time. Matt was in great danger too. A student suddenly turned around and looked in his direction. Fortunately, it was just a cabinet check. A group of kids came to the outdoor area where they often played, and soon spotted Caterpillar hiding underground. The students scored another elimination. Half of the first halftime was up. Several students broke into the classroom where Matsuo was hiding, but they never found Matsuo. Finally, the students noticed the display cabinet and eliminated Matsuo unexpectedly before the first half ended. 4 players had been caught. Although the corridor where Yumegawa hid was crowded, no one noticed anything unusual. In the classroom, several students searched the podium, but they never found the secret compartment inside. Kikuta, sitting alone on the rooftop, felt quite lonely. Time came to the last 2 minutes. The secret compartment under the podium was finally found by the students. Another group of students stopped at the stair corner. They began to suspect the wall in front of them. At the same time, the poster in the corridor caught the students' attention. After groping around constantly, Yumegawa was finally eliminated, and they didn't seem to want to let go of the corner where Matt was hiding. As soon as the second half started, the students surrounded the stairwell again, but the player team sent Matsuo back to the field to interact with the students. The students were immediately distracted. Kikuta on the rooftop was completely unnoticed. Only 3 minutes were left on the countdown. Finally, a student found the hidden door and successfully captured Matt. For safety reasons, the students were not allowed to go to the rooftop, so Kikuta won the entire game effortlessly, claiming the victory of this round. Would you like to join this kind of hide-and-seek game?